Patrick's Day. I know sometimes I've told the story about one of my birthday parties when I was young. My dad was not good with kids, so he was told to leave and not be there during the birthday party. And he ended up sharing stories about going to a bar and having green beer that day, since my birthday party that year was on St. Patrick's Day, 10 days after my actual birthday. Now for the regularly scheduled jokes. I'm getting plenty of comedy material from my current job, test scoring, because it's 8th graders in Florida. Some of the, I guess that was a Bill Cosby thing, saying kids say the darndest things. In my case, some of the things they're writing, it's like, wow. What is it? One of them said he knows how long it takes for a 15-year-old girl to get ready. It's like, oh, okay. And then another one was Drunk Simeon in a Corvette. And then when I heard about that one, I said, oh, he has a future as a comedian if he's already saying that at that age. All right. And then the next one. Well, many of you know me as a big Charlie Brown and Snoopy fan, and I ended up acquiring a few of those items recently. This time of year they got the Shamrock Shakes at McDonald's, so I was going there for that. And then I found out they have Snoopy toys available. It's like, well, I don't think I'll get all 10 of them, but so far I have 2, so who knows at this point, especially when I have more time to acquire more. But that was a big deal that it meant buying a Happy Meal so I could get them. But the Happy Meals are cheap. It's $3 plus tax. So I guess get past the fact that I'm not a kid anymore. So it looks weird for me to order a Happy Meal. But I went to them and I said, I want Snoopy as the baseball player. And they said, well, I don't know if we have that one. Dancing Snoopy wrote it and do it for me. And it's like, oh, Snoopy as the writer. It's like, all right, we'll get that one then. I can try a few more times when the Happy Meals are cheap. Because at this point that seems like a better idea than ordering from Amazon, knowing what the cost is there. Not much, but still more than one Happy Meal. And this weekend I ended up shopping at the Toys R Us liquidation sale in Maplewood, closest location I know of. And I said, I'm looking for Charlie Brown items. And I found 3 and bought 2 of them. The basketball set, no, I don't have much use for it. But a 100-piece puzzle, yes, along with a sound book that plays the Linus and Lucy theme song, the official name of it. So it's like, yeah, I feel good about getting those things. I like most anything Charlie Brown, so I went there on a hunch, hoping that they'd have something, and yes, they did. All right. Another big thing I did this weekend was I went back to the movie theater. I hadn't seen a movie at the theater since about Thanksgiving weekend, and I saw I Can Only Imagine. And I mean, I grew up in Presbyterian churches, but I don't think of myself as religious, and some people have heard that story about why. Because of all the people I have to deal with. People can complicate religion, but yeah, I guess there was a religious overtone to the story, but I just like thinking of it as a performer that turns his pain into art, successful art. So, I mean, my head is often for that if I had one on. What was really odd was when I was leaving the theater, there was an older woman that said she couldn't believe that somebody would get abused that much. It's like, what world have you been living in? And it was what I said to myself. And then when I said out loud, hopefully she heard it, was, it happens all the time. I should know. Yes, I had 2 verbally abusive parents. I wish I was making that up, but I am not. All right, movie. Oh, and I loved hearing, was it Osiris and Scarlett doing Summertime Sadness earlier, because in a lot of ways I think of myself as a frustrated musician, so it made sense if I wanted stage time and couldn't find open mic, I started doing karaoke more. And this week I did do Summertime Sadness, and I guess in a lot of ways it fits my persona where I'd be fine with singing Lana Del Rey, because the joke I've heard about her before is it's the type of music you listen to when you feel like cutting yourself. It's like, yeah, I guess it is kind of melancholy music, but hey, whatever floats your boat. The toughest thing about singing that song when I did it was I forgot about some lines that were meant for women, like wearing a red dress tonight. It's like, uh-oh. Kind of like when I sing Born This Way by Lady Gaga, where she talks about hair and makeup in that. Uh-oh. Well, otherwise the song works. You just have to plow through it and ignore that part if you're a man singing that.
Or put on a dress.
Not doing that, no. I'm not Milton Berle. Uncle Milty! So there was that one. All right. Oh, well, just over a week ago, I went to Chicagoland for my annual visit. I always enjoy that visiting old haunts because I lived there for 6 years before I moved to Minnesota 14 years ago. And I found stage time while I was there. It was a karaoke bar in the suburbs. And I spoke of being from Minnesota, and there was this probably drunk blonde lady there that kept saying, Minnesota, to me. It's like, no, that's not my name. And then she'd say, don't you know, in that Fargo movie accent, no, we don't all talk like that. And then she said she was still mourning Prince. It's like, I went there both of those nights I was there. It's like, why not? I like my stage time. End on a good one. What would that be? Oh, when I was at work today, I was talking about how I majored in history, and yes, my favorite era was the Great Depression, and the Dust Bowl happened during that time. And I said, no, that was not a college football bowl game. Aha, intelligent humor. That'll do it for me. Thank you, been great.